inspiration come from?
Comes from my 22 years of being a young black male in the United States of America. And that's the ghetto, that's the good times, that's the mama was a Panther, daddy was a dope dealer, me, everything. My criminal life, everything I can draw from, I drew from, and I do draw from. You know what I'm saying? So when somebody hires me to do a role, it's like they didn't take into account that they was getting somebody who has this to draw from. You know, my memory banks are deeper than, let's say, the next man.
You know, we hear so much about you, and one thing I kept saying to myself, I wonder how difficult it was for you to play a romantic lead and be in a romance with a superstar to boot.
It was very hard. It was very hard. Very, very hard. But Janet is a beautiful person, and it was very easy for me to make myself fall in love with her. But it was very hard to do the movie, to act, you know, can you imagine the set being packed with people and her boyfriend being right on the side of us, and I have to be in love and give her a kiss, like, you know, you know what I'm saying? It was real hard, but I enjoyed it.
Did you grow up being a fan of Janet Jackson?
I always enjoyed her music, yes. Some nights I'll be alone, close my eyes, and I'll see something I did and go, dang. But it's nothing I could do. I make no excuses for myself. I'm a product of my environment, and I can only move forward and give the best that I can. You know, and we can all sort this out later and see who was wrong and who was right. But until then, I gotta survive. And so that's my main objective.
And how does your mother's political convictions and her ideology play in your own life?
I hired her as my publicist. so I wouldn't have to explain myself so much. When people call and go, I just heard Tupac did this. And my mother can go, oh, because she knows me. You know what I'm saying? So she knows half the lies are lies, and she knows why I would do it. So she can answer for me better than anybody. So that's why.
Do you still miss not having a father, growing up with a father?
Every day. Every day. Every day I see where I could have been a better person if I had a father. You know, every day I can see I could have been a more logical, rational person with a father. But I didn't, so I can't be, you know.
You know, I sit here and I sit across from you and I see a very compassionate and intelligent and interesting young man. Yet it's amazing that you have lived on the fringe and you seem to enjoy sometimes living on the edge of the law. Why is that?
It's the simple fact that the law that's written for the land is not the same law that appeals to me. You know what I'm saying? Some things, I have a human being law. I have a right to self-defense. You know, I have a right to say what's on my mind, and I have a right to protect myself. And as long as those rights are never infringed upon, I can live within the law of the land. But whenever those rights are infringed upon, no matter whose law it is, it's going to be a problem. So living on the edge to me is nothing, it's living. I've always lived on the edge. Just because the success came doesn't mean I have to stop. It just means I have to be careful.
Is it hard having the success?
It was very hard because people expect me not to react, not to be. They expect me to stop existing because I existed on the screen. So now that's it. I can't do anything unless I clear it with the whole world first.
What do you think makes Poetic Justice different from other black films that we've seen so far?
I think what's not different is that it's just like the other black films in terms of being a good film. Every black film that's come out has been extraordinary. Way better than half the But I think that the difference is that this is a love story. Notice it's got black love story. It's just a love story. And John didn't go at it about like, I'm representing all black people, I gotta do this movie right. He just did it. He just did a movie. And he did it with our culture in mind. And he didn't block anything, he didn't hide anything, he didn't sweep anything under the rug because he knew everybody was gonna watch it. And he had a lot of pressure because he was nominated for an Oscar. I know he knows everybody's watching this movie. So, and I appreciate the fact that he let me and everybody else do what they had to do and he didn't stop anything short. So that's good.